In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to install the eyelids. Here you can see I've put an arrow towards it. My car hasn't been cleaned, but this is the finished product. I thought I would show you the before and after before I show you how I go about doing it. This is the before, and there are the eyelids put on before, no eyelids, and that is the finished product. I purchased these from CSR Automotive. They are in Austria. They were shipped to me, and here they are. The item has a matte black finish. It hasn't been sprayed. This is the color of the material, and I'm going to have to spray it to match the color of my car. I'll show it to you on my car. So I'll have to sand it, prime it, paint it, and then put the gloss on top. Now on the underside, they've already put the tape. Just a quick comment here. I noticed that when they packaged it, they put the instructions, which are not in English, they put it in the bag. And unfortunately, they obviously shoved it in here and they stuck the paperwork to the eyelid. So I actually have to, unfortunately, tear this off, and then I'll have to put some of my own tape here. So just measuring the thickness of the material, it's about 1.4 millimeter. So it's not very thick. Just to give you an idea, it is quite flaccid. So sticking this on is not going to be a problem. Right, just having a look at the eyelets, the holes that are cut out here, they don't actually look like they're the same size. So I'm just going to quickly measure them. Right, so that one is 18 millimeters. Right, and as I suspected, this one is 19.5. So there is a bit of a difference there. Look, not many people will notice that. I have that type of eye, but once it's on the vehicle, I don't think one would notice. Now, another thing that's very important when fitting these type of items, we don't want the tape to be on the edge, because when you install it, we don't want to actually see the tape line. Now, this one is fine. But this one here, unfortunately, they've taken a very wide turn here, and you can actually see the edge of the tape sticking out there. Now that's a bit of an eyesore, especially once it gets dirty. We see like sand or sediment gets stuck there. You actually see a color difference there. And over here, it also goes over the edge. So I'm going to actually have to peel this off and remove it. And over here, I'm actually going to have to cut this off. Right, so I recommend using a very high quality double-sided tape. This is called Car System. This is what panel beaters use. So I will just be using it. I'll fill it in here, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm now going to put it on the car, show you briefly what it's going to look like, and then I'm going to go get it sprayed. So there's provisionally installed. This will flap around there. Obviously, it will be stuck on neatly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get it sprayed to match the color. It's very important to match the color. On the camera, this might look close, but this is shiny, and there is a considerable difference here. This is much lighter than this. Right, so I'm here at the front of my car. Apologies, my car is not very clean, but what I want to show is that I've got the eyelid sprayed. So just trying to show the matching of the color. I know it's very shiny, so it's hard to see, but I think it's imperative, if you do this job, get your eyelid spray to match the color of the car. Right, to do the installation, obviously you need the units. Then you're going to need a rubbing alcohol. They do supply a little swab, but I like to use my own. This is 91%. This is not a hand sanitizer. It's got no glycol inside. It's just alcohol with a little bit of water. And then over here I have just double-sided tape. This is premium double-sided tape. I've got a little plastic pry tool, and then in my case, I am going to use a little bit of black silicone, and I'll show you where I'm going to use it. I'm going to put a little bit of black silicone over here. Over time, this double-sided tape does wear out, so I might just dab a little bit along the important parts, just so that over time, when this tape starts to fatigue, it still has the silicone. Now I've already seated this one just to demonstrate where I'm going. Now what you'll notice is on the E65 there's this rubberizing around the light. Here's the headlight, and what we need to do is we need to get the eyelid underneath this rubberizing. In order to do that, I highly recommend you actually dismantle this, or at least slide this out, because there's going to be no way that you can remove this back of the sticker here and then slide this in. You won't be able to slide it because it'll already attach to the light. So we almost have to get it in position and then put it down in the correct place. You won't be able to slide because of the double-sided tape. If you're using silicone only, yes, then you'll be able to slide, but then you'll have to hold things in place with some tape for a couple of hours. Right, so I'm going to be working on the right-hand side. I'm going to remove this rubber, as I've said. I slide it out. There you can see there's like a nodule there, and there's a recess there, and there's another one here. So I slide it out and I actually lift it. There you can see I've got space now. If you want to, you could even remove these torque screws and open this so you can get right in there. In my case, I think I'm going to be fine without doing that, because from what I can see, I'll be able to seat this without having to open this. So I'm just going to do the short method, and now I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and clean the light thoroughly. Now the rubbing alcohol does not damage the paintwork, and you can see how dirty it is. That's why I have to clean it at least twice. And I'm just going to put this here to see where it's going to be seating, then I know where I'm cleaning. Right, now I'm just cleaning the back of the eyelid as well with the rubbing alcohol, because I'm going to be using the silicone. That curve over there must meet that curve over there. So I'm going to use that as my reference point. So when I slide it in, remember that once that tape is open, it's just going to attach. So I've got to be very careful. I'm going to aim for that corner and that corner to meet while holding the rest in place. Yeah, so it's going to be like that. And once that has met, I'm going to press it down towards there. So I'm going to do this and massage it towards that side. And last will be this over here. This part here is the easiest, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the sticker once this is already seated. Right, so here on the edge, I'm just going to make a little cut there. And the reason being is I'm going to peel this and this afterwards. So right now I'm starting with these. So I'm peeling the back of that. Right, so you can see those pigtails are there, and you can see that they will be pulled afterwards, because once this is seated, I can just pull those pigtails and massage it down. Right, now I'm going to use a little bit of silicone, because I have experience with this and know that certain parts will definitely start to peel. Right, I'll just put a blob there and there, but most important is actually there. That's where I'm most concerned, because people will be washing the car, their cloth will get caught here, and eventually we'll just peel this whole thing and it'll just snap. So that's why I've put the silicone there. Right, now it's time to place this. Make sure you haven't got oil on your hands. Just clean your fingers with the rubbing alcohol while you're doing the job, because you may have touched the glass or any of the surfaces. Right, so I'm just going to align it. I'm going to hold my hand here so that it cannot touch that surface. I'm holding that back and I'm sliding it in here like this underneath the rubber. So I've managed to get it on. It's not quite tight yet. Just want to look at it from another angle. Right, that line is perfect. Now I'm looking here. This line is perfectly on the outline of the light. So all I need to do now is to press it in. And now massage it. And then here, massage it here. And now for this side, I'm going to peel away those pigtails. So I'll pull this back. 1, 2. Make sure the line is right. Start from here and slide it towards the side. There we go. Right, now just do your massaging. To reseat this rubber, start on this side. I'm going to slide it back. There's this recess there, and then it sits in place. Right, so that's in place. This one is waiting to enter and this one's in place. Now I can slide them all. Right. Now that in itself is going to depress this eyelid. Give it another massage. Right, now the other side. Sliding these out. Right, just a note when you're putting the silicone on, don't put it like this. This is less effective. What we want are blobs. Blobs are better because the height between the plastic and the light is about 1 or 1.5 millimeters. So there you can see I've got a blob, there you can see I've got a blob, there I've got a blob. That's what I'm going for. Right, so I'm going to put my hand there to block it. I'm sliding it in under the rubber. Okay, I came in too high, so I'm just going to peel this off. Let's go again. Okay, alignment is now much better. Right, these are now firmly in place. You can see that actually they're not going anywhere. Right, so the job is now done. Now at night you might see there's a bit of bleed through here. So what is happening is the light is coming through here if you're looking from an angle. Now on this side it's sealed. What I did is I just put some tape there. So if it's bothering you that the light can be seen from the side, just take some tape, cut it, and just cover up where the light bleeds through. And let me know if you think it improves the look. Thanks for watching and cheers.